Welcome to Beginner French, guys. This week we're going to be doing conjugation, but for you to really understand conjugation, you first need to understand how verbs work in French. In French, there are about three main verb groups. The first group are verbs that end in er, and luckily for you, about 80% of French verbs have this ending. And for example, there's manger, chanter, or jouer. And then the second group are verbs that end in ir, and these include verbs like choisir, finir, grandir. But some of these verbs in the second group kind of fall into the third group's category. And the third group is a bit complex on its own. Those are basically irregular verbs. So we're going to cover those next week. So for now, we're going to prioritize the first and the second group. I already explained the concept of conjugation and kind of like a rough idea of how it works in our previous video. But just in case you didn't see it, I'm going to just kind of simplify this in this video. Basically, conjugation is just like in the word eat. I eat, you eat, but she eats, and he eats, and then they eat. You see how simple that is? So eat kind of changes when it's a he or she, but it's kind of different in French. That eat will change for each and every person performing the action. We are going to start with conjugation for first group verbs, and as you can see, the er ending gets replaced with one of the endings depending on which pronoun is performing the verb. And the interesting thing about French is that for most of these, the pronunciation is basically the same, except for nous parlons and vous parlez. And then for the il and elle, the plural, it's something you can only really pick up the more you listen to the language. Otherwise, it basically sounds the same, which in this case is parle. With the second group verbs, it's basically the same except the endings are different. It's the same concept. But the fun fact with this is that most of the ones that you see on the left, which is je, tu, il, elle, basically pronounce the same. You do not pronounce that s at the end. So it basically all becomes fini. But for the others, it's nous finissons, vous finissez, ils finissent, and elles finissent. Thank you for watching. See you guys next week for part 2.